Elon Musk and Sam Altman were just in a courtroom, and whatever the judge decides could determine the legal blueprint for every major AI lab on the planet. Today, we have three stories that cut to the core of where AI power actually lives. First, the Musk versus Altman trial kicks off, and it's messier than expected. Second, OpenAI quietly ends its exclusive deal with Microsoft, and Amazon is the immediate beneficiary. And third, the man who built AlphaGo says the whole field is on the wrong track, and he's betting $1 billion to prove it. Let's get into it. The courtroom showdown between Elon Musk and Sam Altman is now officially underway, and the stakes are enormous. At the center of this case is a single question. Has OpenAI betrayed the nonprofit mission it was founded on? Musk's legal team argues that the company's conversion to a for-profit structure violates the original terms under which it was built, terms that Musk himself helped write. But the trial is already getting complicated. Musk has publicly shifted his stance on AI dangers multiple times, sometimes warning of existential risks, sometimes dismissing those same concerns when it suits his business interests at XAI. That inconsistency is now a liability. Opposing counsel is expected to use Musk's own words against him to argue that his objections to OpenAI are less about mission and more about competition. What makes this consequential beyond the two personalities involved is the legal precedent it could set. If the court rules that OpenAI's nonprofit charter imposes real enforceable obligations, every AI lab structured similarly will have to pay attention. This isn't just a billionaire grudge match. It's a test of whether mission statements in AI actually mean anything legally. For years, Microsoft has been OpenAI's exclusive cloud infrastructure partner, the engine running ChatGPT, the API, all of it. That arrangement just changed. Under a newly amended agreement, OpenAI models can now run on Amazon Bedrock, marking the first time a major competitor to Azure gets official access to OpenAI's technology stack. This is a deliberate strategic move, not a casual renegotiation. OpenAI is in the middle of its for-profit conversion and needs to demonstrate to investors and enterprise customers that it isn't locked into a single infrastructure dependency. Diversifying cloud providers reduces risk, expands distribution, and gives OpenAI real negotiating leverage with Microsoft going forward. For Amazon, this is a significant win. Bedrock has been building out its AI model marketplace aggressively, and landing OpenAI models gives it a credibility boost that no marketing spend could buy. Microsoft still holds deep equity ties and a preferential relationship with OpenAI. That hasn't disappeared. But the era of exclusivity is over, and the cloud infrastructure race just got more interesting. Watch for Google Cloud to be the next name in this conversation. David Silver is not a household name outside of AI research circles, but he probably should be. He's a DeepMind scientist who led the team that built AlphaGo, the system that beat the world's best Go players and genuinely shocked the research community. Now he's left DeepMind, raised serious money, and launched a company called Ineffable Intelligence with a provocative thesis. The AI field has taken a wrong turn. Silver's argument is that the industry has become obsessed with large language models, systems that learn by ingesting enormous amounts of human-generated text. He believes that approach has a ceiling, and that reinforcement learning, the technique that powered AlphaGo, where an agent learns by doing and self-correcting, is a more appropriate and powerful long-term path. He wants to build what he calls AI superlearners, systems that master domains through experience rather than imitation. This is a serious challenge to the current consensus. Silver isn't a critic from the outside. He's one of the architects of modern AI. If his bet pays off, the current LLM boom could eventually look like a productive but limited detour on the road to something far more capable. Pull back and look at all three stories together, and a clear theme emerges. The rules governing AI, legal, commercial, and technical, are all being contested at the same time. The Musk-Altman trial is a fight over whether the original social contract of AI development can be enforced in a court of law. For years, mission statements and nonprofit charters were treated as soft commitments, aspirational language rather than binding obligations. That assumption is now being tested. The Microsoft OpenAI restructuring tells a different story about power. OpenAI built itself on a single, deep partnership, and that concentration of dependency was always a strategic vulnerability. Breaking toward multi-cloud isn't just a technical decision, it's OpenAI asserting that it intends to operate as an independent commercial force, not a subsidiary of someone else's infrastructure strategy. And David Silver's challenge to the LLM consensus is the longest range signal of the three. The AI field has enormous momentum behind a single architectural paradigm right now. Capital, talent, and compute are all flowing in one direction. Silver is essentially arguing that the map is wrong, that the destination everyone is racing toward isn't where the real breakthrough lives. These stories don't contradict each other, they rhyme. What we're watching is an industry that grew extraordinarily fast, now being forced to reckon with the structures it built. Legal, financial, and intellectual. The scaffolding is being stress tested from every direction at once. And that's your daily AI cut for April 27th. 3 stories, 1 signal. The AI industry is being pulled apart and reconstructed in real time, and courtrooms, boardrooms, and research labs simultaneously. Here's the question for the comments. Is David Silver right? Has the LLM approach hit a ceiling? Or is reinforcement learning just a different tool for a different job? Drop your take below. If you want sharp, no-hype AI analysis every day, hit subscribe. We're here every day cutting through the noise.